Welcome children. So we are here to do type 2 questions from our website examprep.world. Good selection of questions I have kept there, which are basically exam type questions. And in this video we are going to learn the midpoint formula. Midpoint is the point which is in between given 2 points. Okay. And you also see the formula is here. For many kids, if you know the formula, you can straight away directly apply the formula. Okay. So if the 2 points, let me explain to you what is midpoint formula. So let's understand. Suppose these are coordinate system. Let me draw one point which is x1, y1 here. This is our point A, and let me draw point B here, which is x2 and y2. So these are our 2 points, A and B, with coordinates of x1, y1 and x2, y2. Now we can join this. Now it's a straight line. A straight line will have midpoint somewhere in between. How to find? Visually it is appearing here. I will say that it is M. M for midpoint. It can be anything. I just kept as M. Now how to find the coordinates of this? You want to find the address of this point, so it will let it be x comma y, right? Now this x, because it is midpoint, it will be x1 plus x2 divided by 2. So this x is basically x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and similarly y is y1 plus y2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2, and that's your midpoint formula. You can find midpoint of any straight line with 2 points, and straight away you can get the coordinates of that midpoint. That's your midpoint formula. It was easy to understand, right? Now let's proceed and do some questions from here. Simple. They have given, no, I always start with a very basic question so that you get the grip of the formula. Okay. Now let's find midpoint of this. So we write midpoint of AB is 6 plus 3 by 2, x1 plus x2 by 2, and y is 4 plus minus 1 by 2. So which is 9 by 2 and 3 by 2. That's your midpoint of the first question, this line AB. Easy. You can leave it in fraction. Don't have to worry about the decimal. The best way of leaving these kind of midpoints is fraction, because there can be a fraction which will not convert 100% to decimal. Here it is converting, it is 4.5 and 1.5, but there, suppose it is 1 by 3, now 0.333, non-repeating, non-terminating decimal. So it is better to leave these kind of points in fractions. Don't worry, nobody is going to deduct your marks. This is a perfect answer. Okay. Now let's go and do B. Midpoint of AB. So let me use another color. This is already done, and then we are doing this. So it is -5 plus 0, -5 plus 0 over 2, and 0 plus minus 1 over 2. So it is -5 over 2 and -1 over 2. So -2.5 and -0.5, you can leave the answer in fractions. Okay. So now I hope you have understood applying the midpoint formula. So this was a very fundamental question. Let's see what else we have. There will be definitely some applications of this one, like finding midpoint of the center of the circle or diameter. So many kinds of questions are there. Let's see what all collections we have here. Pause, do this on your notebooks. Done? So we move ahead. So as I was talking, we have something called diameter of circle with center C. A and B are coordinates of the diameter. So our circle is, wow, a beautiful circle. Okay. So since AB is diameter, let me draw the diameter. A, B. They are asking coordinates of center. Center is obviously between midpoint of AB. A is 3 comma minus 2 and B is -1 comma -4. So this one, the points of center will be 3 minus 1 by 2. I am not writing plus minus 1 because 3 plus of minus 1 is 3 minus 1, and -2 -4, -2 -4 by 2. So it is 2 by 2, which is 1, and -6 by 2 is -3. So this point is 1 comma -3. So we found the coordinates of center. Pause, do it. Okay. This question, they are telling us find the length of median AD and BE. Median. Now what is median? Median is a line which joins, suppose you have a triangle here, A, B, C. Okay, the triangle ABC. Now median is midpoint of BC. Find midpoint of BC. This is the median. And if you join a line, AD becomes a median. Median is line joining the vertex of triangle to the midpoint of opposite side. That line is called median. Here AD is median. And BE is also a median. That means BD equals to DC and AE equals to EC. So we have two medians here. So they were talking of these two medians, and we have to find the lengths of these medians. Very, very easy. So A is 7 minus 3, B is 5, 3, and C is 3 comma minus 1, right? Because we have to find length of AD, you need coordinates of D, and D is midpoint of BC. Use midpoint formula to find D. Let's do that. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 by 5 plus 3, 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 2. So you don't even have to write elaborate formula. You can straight away calculate in mind and put the value, because ultimately your task was finding this coordinate. Now you can find the length of AD using distance formula, which we learnt in our previous video. And let's find midpoint of AC. 7 plus 3. 7 plus 3, 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5. -3, -1 is -4. -4 divided by 2 is -2. So now we have midpoints AD. So let's calculate length of AD. We are going back to distance formula. 7 minus 4, which is 3. I am going to write it for you because in this video we have not covered distance formula. 7 minus 3 plus -3 minus 2 whole square. So it is 3 whole square is 9 and 5 whole square is 25. This is root of 34 units. Root 34 units. Now AD, the median AD is this much. 34, correct. Now let's do BE. 5 minus of 5, 5 minus 5. x2 minus x1 whole square plus 3 minus of minus 2, which is 5 square. 0 square plus 25, which is 5 units. Okay. So BE is how much? 5. So now we know AD is how much? Root 34. You can calculate root 34 on calculator and put the value. You can also leave root 34. And BE is 5 units. So midpoints formula and distance formula together we are using. Now let's see this question. This question is very, very important question. I have seen this kind of question coming in many times in the examination. So they have given a parallelogram and they have given 3 coordinates. They are asking the 4th coordinate. So I am going to draw a parallelogram here. Parallelogram is a shape where 2 sides are parallel. opposite sides, this one and this one is parallel, above and bottom are also parallel. So let me show that symbol parallel, and this is also, when you have this kind of symbol, that means these lines are parallel. Okay. Now let's write ABCD, A, B, C and D. So 3, -4, -1, -3, C is -6, 2, and D we don't know, so we will keep it XY. Whatever we don't know, we have written as XY. How to find this? Now, you need to know one principle of parallelogram. Okay. Parallelogram, you can always go with distance. It will be a very long way. Calculating distance of this and distance of this, you will get two values in x square, y square. It is a very long process. The simplest way, parallelogram has a very important property. The diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Bisect means they intersect at their midpoints. Okay. So let me draw with another color and show you here. This is the diagonal, one of the diagonal DB and AC. Now these two diagonals, what I said, they are bisecting each other. Bisecting means dividing into two equal halves. That means if I write this as E, AE will be equal to EC. Similarly, DE will be equal to EB. Now what you are getting? Midpoints of both the diagonals is same. And using this property, we are going to solve this question. What property? Midpoints. Let us write it. You also write on your notebook. Midpoint of diagonals of a parallelogram are same. And this very technique we are going to use to solve this. Now let us calculate midpoint of AC. So midpoint of AC, midpoint of AC is 3 minus 6, which is -3 divided by 2, and -4 plus 2, which is -2 by 2, which is -1. So this is midpoint of AC. 3 plus minus 6, which is -3 divided by 2, x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Okay. Now -4 plus 2, which is -2 divided by 2 is -1. Okay, you have understood this? Now we will calculate midpoint of DB. We don't know this coordinate, so x minus 1 by 2 and y minus 3 by 2. Y minus 1 because x plus minus 1 is x minus 1 and y plus minus 3 is y minus 3. So we now know this coordinates. Now this point and this point are same. As we said, midpoints of both the diagonals are same. So can we equate them here? Something like this. Equate them. Equate this, you will get values of x and y. Let's do it here. X minus 1 by 2 equals to -3 by 2. 2 cancel. X equals to -3 plus 1, which is -2. So we got this value as -2. X is what? -2. Now let's calculate y. I'll do it here. Y minus 3 by 2 equals to -1. Y minus 3, 2 goes and multiplies with this, -2. Y equals to -2 plus 3. This 3 will come over here. It becomes 1. Y is equal to 1. So -2, 1. So our fourth vertex is -2, 1. And that's your answer. So we applied a logic and we applied midpoint formula. Two techniques to solve this question. I'll move away from the board. You pause the video there and write it for yourself. Okay? I hope you have paused and written. Now let us go ahead and see what next. Once again parallelogram. Okay? I am repeating parallelogram question from coordinate geometry. This is most likely question in your exam and it will be 4 marker. Okay. So let us do this question. Again in order. Once again we draw a parallelogram. A, B, C, D, 3, 3, 6y, x7 and 5, 6. We have to find values of y and x. Once again you can use distance formula, but we will go with the same logic. The midpoint of the diagonals are same. So let me use another color here. So let me draw diagonals here. And this point is same. It is midpoint of DB as well as AC. This is equal to this and this part is equal to this. So we will try to find this and equate from both the sides, we will get it. So let us calculate midpoint of AC. Midpoint of AC is 3 plus x divided by 2, 3 plus x divided by 2 and 3 plus 7, 10 divided by 2, 5. Midpoint of AC 3 plus x divided by 2 and 5. Now midpoint of BD. Midpoint of BD. Oh, this line. So 5 plus 6, 11 by 2. 5 plus 6, which is 11 by 2, and 6 plus y by 2. 6 plus y by 2. Now, what did we learn in the previous question? That midpoints of DB and AC is one and the same point, which is E. So these are coordinates of E. So we can equate them. Now let's equate them and get our answers. So we'll equate this part to get x and equate this part to get y. So let's do it. 3 plus x by 2 equals to 11 by 2. Cancel 2, x equal to 11 minus 3, which is 3. Now calculate for y. 6 plus y by 2 equals to 5. 2 goes there and multiplies with 5, which is 10. 6 plus y equals to 10, y equals to 4. So x is 3 and y is 4. Right? See, think logically always. And with parallelograms, be very careful, because you should remember one thing, you should never ever forget that midpoints of both the diagonals is same. With that, you can do a question in just a minute or two. Okay. So let's see what we have. So basically we come to an end of these type of questions. We have used midpoint formula and the parallelogram thing. The diagonals of parallelogram are same point, and keep practicing these questions. Mostly I think I have covered most of the questions in which are given in our website examprep.world, but still I'll add some worksheets to this. You keep practicing from there. Okay, and you can always write to me directly if you want any help in any kind of question or any topic. Thank you.